connect with AWS servers with your WordPress. And I'm going to show how to do this. And this is the thing we have to do. We have to go to aws.amazon.com, and with the thing it opens a console. Actually, if you already have a username and password, you can directly sign in. Otherwise, you have to sign up, and you have to enter into this AWS Amazon.com. And this the thing, I have a username and password with me, so I am already logged in with that password. So I am logging with this password, and further I will show how to do all those things, setups and all. Yeah, you are now logged into the console. What you have to do is, next thing you have to go to EC2. That is, EC2 is used to connect with your WordPress. Yeah, this is your EC2 dashboard. In that you have to go to and launch instance. You have to select this launch instance, and after that you have to go to AWS Marketplace, and you have to type WordPress in this search box. Yeah, and click enter, and this is the first one. It's a good one. That is WordPress powered by Bitnami. I selected this. And you have a general purpose free trial eligibility. You can check with the usabilities and how it works, what are the instances you can have, and how many GB allotted to this everything, and you have to launch it. You have to click next, and with this you have to check other things, and you can move further. You can also tick that protected against the installation, and it's up to you. If you want, you can select. And next I clicked it, and you have to check with the storage capacity. It has a 10 GB storage capacity with it, so, and we can leave it as it is, and we go to next. In this key and value boxes, you have to write a key and value name. What is that? I write new WP, and at the same time I named a key with the same name as new WP. Yeah, leave the HTTP protocol and port range as it is. You can check there is SSH, HTTP and HTTP3. Check and launch next. Now review the instance launched here, and SSH instance details, and below that it shows some storage. Can also check all those things, and it is ready to launch now. Okay, after launch it lasts some pairs. You create a new key pair here and write a key pair name. Click on download key pairs. Now the key pair get downloaded. It is in .pem form, in the form of .pem. Actually now the instance creation completed. Then we have to go back to our dashboard. Your instance is ready to launch, and now you have to go to your EC2 dashboard. And these are all the other things we have been here. Recently visited services, container services, everything. Okay, we can also see the history inside of BOSS. Okay, now our purpose is go to the dashboard. This is the dashboard, and we have to choose the instances. Okay, now here you can able to see your newly created instance, but it's still initializing. You can also see your key name, new WP, that is linked with this newly created instant ID. You can also see the unique ID for this instant that is created automatically, and you have to select that particular instant. Now it's still initialization state. You check the status of that instant. It have to turn to running. Yeah, it's turned to running now. You can select that instant, and we have to copy the IP address. The IP address of the instance is created. We have to copy that IP address and we have to paste in a new tab. Now after clicking this, you can be able to enter that WordPress blog. Yeah, it's success. It shows the new blog. You are ready for blogging, but the IP address we created now, that is instance as a public IP, may change at any time. So you have to map this elastic IP for that public IP. For this we have to go to elastic IPs, and we have to allocate a new address IP, allocate new address, and we have to go for this is the newly created elastic IP, and we have to select that newly created IP. Only we have to select only the newly created IP, and we have to go to actions. In actions we have to select associate address. Then a pop-up window comes with this. We have to select the instance ID. In that we have to associate with this elastic IP. Now your IP is created. This is your unique IP. It cannot be changed because it's mapped with instance IP. You have to go to Putty now. You have to download Putty as well as PuttyGen. First we have to go to PuttyGen because we want to convert the pem file to ppk file. Okay, go to conversion, import key, select or search the .pem just we download before. Okay, then convert that to private key. Yeah, sure, you select yes, I want to convert it. Name it as name it with the same name, just like new WP. It's converted to ppk. Actually it's converted to ppk file only, and we have to select the destination place of that ppk file. Okay, that's it. We are selected and we are converted to ppk file. What we have to do next is you have to go to Putty now. and we have to run that putty. Select the putty and run it. Yeah, here what we have to make here is your IP address. What is your IP address? Actually, this is your elastic IP address. You have to check one more time with the instance that this IP address is mapped with your instance or public ID. Yeah, sure, it is get map, and you have to copy that public ID and paste it in putty, that is the IP address, and this is your port. Your port is 22, and you have to select XSH. In authenticate with that newly created PPK file, that is new wp.ppk. Yeah, yes, you have to give yes for this. It asking login ID. What you have to do is you have to give us a Bitnomi, BITN, yeah, Bitnomi. You have to write like this. Yeah, congratulations, your authentication is get in. That's it, your WordPress is started. Just log in by giving a admin. Yeah, it's get login. Your username is user, and what is the password? You don't know the password, right? For that you have to go to the instance action. In instance setting, you get system log. In that system log, you have to drag below until it reach a block, a text that is marked by a block. Yeah, this one. It's surrounded by some box. You have to select this is your password, and you have to paste your password here. But I already have a password with me, so I logged in with that, and that's it. Your admin is created. And in your Namecheap, how to give this? Actually, you have to log into your Namecheap or any other domain where you created it. What you have to do is we have a IP address, right? That you have to select the IP address. In a record, you have to give that IP address, and below that you have to give the Namecheap. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye. Happy blogging.